Imagine dedicating your whole life to reaching the stars, then, making history not just once, but twice on completely different worlds.
Yeah.
And then what if that whole amazing journey didn't end with more space missions, but with coming back to Earth, finding a totally new mission right here?
That's pretty much the extraordinary story we're taking a deep dive into today.
Mm-hmm.
We're following the journey of Cristinel, an astronaut whose life is just, well, an amazing example of human curiosity, resilience,
Yeah.
adaptability too.
Exactly. And the sources you've given us for this deep dive are really unique. It's like a narrative, almost a personal log or story. It's
Yeah.
packed with specific moments, scientific breakthroughs, personal stuff. It really makes the whole experience feel, real.
And our mission here is to sort of sift through all this rich material,
Hmm.
pull out the most important bits of knowledge, the key insights.
Give you, the listener, a kind of shortcut to understanding the wonders and, the challenges of deep space exploration.
And maybe, just maybe, a deeper connection to our own planet in the process.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. Cristinel's early life, the foundations. Our sources show this childhood just completely captivated by space.
Yeah, like total immersion. Hours and hours in the local library reading everything about the cosmos.
And then acing aerospace engineering, focusing specifically on spacecraft design mechanics, really technical stuff.
It wasn't just smarts, though. It was this intense drive, this focus, joined astronomy clubs, jumped into any space project available.
Made a name for themselves pretty quickly. Bright spark.
Definitely. And all that led to seeing an ad for astronaut training, that pivotal moment. Do you think there's something universal about that kind of early passion?
Oh, absolutely. I think it shows how those early interests, if you really nurture them, can launch something incredible. It makes you think, doesn't it? What unexpected things fascinated you early on that might, hold a key later.
Right.
And this training program, well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
No, the sources describe it as incredibly tough, grueling, pushing Cristinel to the absolute physical and mental limits.
But that passion, that drive, kept them going.
Yeah, mastering spacecraft operations, spacewalk simulations, tough physical conditioning, all leading up to that first big mission, the International Space Station, the ISS.
And up there doing experiments, looking down, seeing Earth like few people ever do.
Breathtaking, apparently, but also seeing how fragile it looks from up there.
Yeah, the sources really emphasize that. This deep connection formed, a feeling for the planet, and this realization we really need to protect it.
It's a perspective shift you hear a lot from astronauts, right? Seeing the blue marble.
Definitely. And for Cristinel, it seems like that experience really profoundly shaped what came later.
For sure. It's one thing to sort of know about environmental issues, quite another to see our home alone in the blackness. That sticks with you.
So with that groundwork laid, Earth, the ISS,
Yeah.
the next giant leap was inevitable, wasn't it? Mars.
Right. After the ISS, Cristinel was chosen for something even bigger, establishing a human settlement on the red planet.
The sources talk about this long, hard journey, just the vastness of space, the isolation.
The distance from home. Took a real mental and emotional toll, you can imagine. But the crew, they were incredibly resilient. Shared purpose kept them strong.
And then, the moment, history, the first human landing on Mars.
Must have been overwhelming. The view, they said, was stunning, but also stark. Just this rust-colored, silent landscape. Seemed empty.
Yeah, profoundly humbling, I bet. But that initial impression, that desolate view, it didn't last long, did it?
Not at all, because during routine soil sampling, Cristinel found something, well, completely unexpected.
It's a microorganism.
And exactly. Not just a scientific find. This was the first proof of life beyond Earth. Imagine the shockwaves. On the ship, back on Earth, everywhere.
Wow. And what's really interesting is how that single discovery just flipped the script for the crew.
Totally. The mission wasn't just about setting up camp anymore. It became about investigating this huge question. Life starting elsewhere.
And they found more too, right? Minerals, signs of an ancient river.
Yeah. Sparkling minerals they'd never seen on Mars before, and clear remnants of an old river delta, giving clues about Mars having water in its past, potential for life back then. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? About life elsewhere in the universe.
It really does. But pioneering isn't easy. Challenges came up.
Oh, yeah. The sources mention a major mechanical failure. Cristinel's rover broke down, stranding them.
Out there, limited resources, patchy communication, scary stuff.
But they managed it. a manual repair using just the tools they had on hand. Incredible ingenuity.
It makes you think, how does that kind of extreme isolation force problem solving in ways we maybe can't even grasp down here?
Well, it cuts out all the noise, right? Forces you to rely purely on your own wits and your team. Their perseverance was really tested.
Hmm.
Success was down to teamwork under insane pressure.
And that ingenuity didn't stop there. They needed a better place to live, a more stable base.
Right. During their explorations, Krista's team found this massive underground cavern.
Not just any cave.
Now, this one had slightly higher oxygen levels and clear signs of old water channels. So they made a big decision. Move
Yeah.
the whole base inside.
Which sounds absolutely critical.
It was. The first base was constantly battling dust storms, problems with the solar panels, power shortages.
Right.
The cave offered protection, better conditions, easier access to resources. It basically transformed their Martian experience, became a proper settlement, and a scientific gold mine.
Like something from sci-fi, living underground on Mars.
Pretty much. And the discoveries inside, intricate stalactites, stalagmites, evidence of ancient lava flows,
Wow.
and even mysterious markings on the walls. More clues about Mars's geology, its past habitability.
It wasn't all smooth sailing, though, even in the cave era. Cristin had a close call, didn't they?
Yeah, got lost outside during one of those sudden, unpredictable Martian dust storms. A real scare. The relief when Cristinel made it back safely. It really underlined how dangerous, how volatile the planet is. You can't let your guard down.
And amidst all that, dealing with the environment, they launched one of the most amazing projects, the farm.
The Martian farm. Inside the cave, using hydroponics, growing plants in nutrient-rich water, no soil.
And it worked.
It worked. They successfully grew potatoes, lettuce, radishes, proving you could actually do sustainable agriculture on Mars.
That's huge. If you think about the big picture.
You know, it's monumental. It's not just food. It's a massive step towards humans becoming, an interplanetary species.
Shows it's possible that with the right tech, the right planning, life can find a way even in harsh places. A real blueprint for future colonies.
Exactly. But beyond the science, the engineering, they faced real human struggles too.
Like the illness.
Right. One team member got seriously sick. Medical resources were limited. They relied on guidance from Earth. Must have been a terrifying time.
But they pulled through.
They did. And that experience, it showed this incredible mix of top-level science and just deep human compassion. Both are essential out there.
In those tough times, combined with being so isolated, it must have really bonded the crew.
Absolutely. The sources talk about them reminiscing about Earth, dealing with homesickness together, celebrating things like Cristinel's birthday makeshift cake, shared stories, like a family, forging this path together.
So they've established this home, they're making discoveries. What happens next? A big event.
Like huge event. One day, this massive explosion rocks the area.
Not man-made.
No. Quick investigation. And the finding was, well, astonishing. It was a comet impact.
A comet hit Mars
Yeah.
while they were there.
Yep. Mary, one of the scientists, analyzed the debris, the crater shape, figured out it was a high-speed object, probably from the Oort cloud.
That distant cloud of icy bodies.
Exactly. So that explained the explosion, but it also gave them incredible data on comet impacts, how they might have delivered water, organic stuff to planets early on.
Wow, turning a potential disaster into amazing science. And they were building things too, right? This astrolysis structure.
Yeah, trying to use the Martian dust, the regolith, but it was tougher than they expected, like trying to build with really stubborn concrete.
So another challenge.
Another challenge, another innovation. They figured out they could use heat to soften it slightly, mix in binding agents, made it workable.
Just shows that human adaptability again, problem solving in an alien environment.
Definitely. And speaking of alien environments, the low gravity was always a factor.
Right. How did that affect things day to day?
Everything. How they moved needed different ways of walking, tools to keep them grounded, how equipment behaved, huge implications for longer missions, astronaut health.
Constant monitoring needed.
For sure. And as they got more established, they started exploring further out. Canyons, natural bridges.
Learning more about Mars's past.
Exactly. Seeing clear signs of ancient rivers, getting a better picture of the planet's whole geological evolution.
But it wasn't just the team on the surface facing difficulties, was it? The crew in orbit had their own struggles.
That's often overlooked, isn't it? But yeah, the sources mention the mothership crew dealing with intense isolation. And they even had an asteroid collision.
Seriously?
Yeah, it caused a breach in the shielding, led to temporary communication blackouts with the surface team.
Must have been nerve-wracking for everyone.
Absolutely. But the orbital crew showed incredible resilience, kept communications going as much as possible. Just highlights how vital that support role is. It's all one team.
Okay, so back on the surface, the discoveries kept rolling in.
They did. Found this really distinctive rock weird mix of volcanic and sedimentary features. But then the big one, the real aha moment,
What was it?
a massive hole just piercing right through the Martian
A
crust.
hole, like a pit.
Huge. And inside, signs of ancient water flow and even more amazing, microfossils.
Microfossils of Martian life.
Long extinct Martian life. This was it. Concrete evidence Mars hosted life millions of years ago. Fundamentally changed everything they thought they knew.
That's mind-blowing. Justifies the whole mission right there.
And then some. Shows why you keep exploring, keep pushing deeper. You never know what secrets a planet holds.
So after a whole year of this groundbreaking work, it was time to come home.
Yeah, the difficult decision was made. Time to return. The sources describe the journey back, navigating asteroid belts, dealing with cosmic radiation, the whole 9 yards.
And the re-entry. Always intense.
Very intense.
Okay.
But it culminated in a successful splashdown. They were back.
And the reception must have been incredible.
Heroes welcome, absolutely. Headlines everywhere. Historic voyage, life on Mars confirmed.
Yeah.
Huge focus on the international collaboration, too, and inspiring the next generation.
But then Cristinel's path takes this really unexpected turn.
It really does. Here's
Yeah.
this celebrated pioneer, could probably write their own ticket for future space missions,
Right.
but decides to retire from space travel.
Huh?
And instead, dedicates their life to environmental conservation here on Earth.
Wow. That perspective from space, seeing Earth's fragility, it really hit home.
Fundamentally shifted their purpose, yeah. Moved to a farm in the countryside, embraced sustainable living.
And the farm wasn't just like a quiet retirement.
No, it became this hub for education, for inspiration, blending those experiences from space with this new commitment to Earth. It's a pretty remarkable pivot.
It truly is. And just when you think the story's winding down, another chapter begins.
You got it. Officer Williams approaches Cristinel, a new proposal, a mission to the moon.
The moon after Mars.
Yep, to establish a sustainable research outpost at the South Pole, looking specifically for water ice.
Ah, the key resource for future bases. Maybe a stepping stone for deeper space travel.
Exactly. So Cristinel, with all that experience, agrees. A new lunar journey begins.
Must have been huge public excitement again.
Massive. The trip itself was much shorter, obviously, about 10 hours. Then another delicate landing, this time on the moon. Setting up the outpost. Different objectives this time, focus on that long-term sustainability.
And once they were set up, exploring the moon.
Started the science, yeah. Engaged with people back home via social media, was kind of new. Deployed lunar buggies for exploration.
But there was an issue with the buggies.
There was a setback. 2 of them lost control. Team reacted quickly, got it sorted, but it was a reminder the moon has its own challenges. That lunar dust apparently is incredibly abrasive, gets into everything. Caution is key.
And more discoveries followed.
Found a huge lunar crater, testament to the moon's violent past. And Mary, sharp eyes again, spotted something shiny deep inside.
Another unexpected find.
Led to a tricky descent into the crater, even a minor lunar slide. But they retrieved it. A metallic meteorite fragment. Analysis showed it came from the asteroid belt.
Amazing. Just finding these little pieces of the solar system's history scattered around.
Exactly. But it wasn't just technical challenges. Team dynamics came into play, too.
Oh, what happened?
Mary and another team member, John, had this heated argument. And in the process, accidentally damaged some communication gear.
Oops. Lost contact with Earth.
Temporarily, yeah. Big problem. But needing to work together under that pressure to fix it. It actually reinforced how crucial clear communication and just basic teamwork are, especially up there.
Lesson learned the hard way.
Seems so. And then a symbolic moment, placing a flag on the moon.
Right. Marking the achievement, that human drive to explore.
A symbol of the whole journey, really. So the final days involved packing up, preparing for departure, docking smoothly with the orbiting ship.
And then the trip back to Earth, re-entry, splashdown, again.
And Cristinel's story, after the moon mission, it just becomes this powerful symbol, doesn't it? Exploration, science, but also that personal journey. Continues to be an ambassador, inspiring people.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway from Cristinel's incredible life?
Well, it's obviously more than just, cool space adventures. It's really this profound story about how pushing boundaries, seeking knowledge out there, it can fundamentally change you. lead to unexpected shifts, like
Yeah.
that deeper appreciation for our own planet.
From the cosmos to the soil beneath our feet.
Exactly. It reminds us that discovery isn't just about distant stars. It can happen right here or within ourselves.
Which kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? If going to other worlds can reshape someone's whole perspective like that, what wonders, what insights might be waiting for you?
Mhm.
If you dared to explore something unknown, maybe it's a new subject, a different viewpoint, or even just looking at your everyday world with fresh eyes.
Because, like Cristinel's story shows, every ending kind of kicks off a new beginning. His journey led to unexpected places.
Mm.
And your own journey, well, it continues too.